Hello everyone. As for now, let's tackle about the Japan criminal justice system. We have here first the overview of Japanese legal system. We have here the first legal law system refers to the civil law tradition, meaning that legal principles are codified and written statutes. We have here also the second, hierarchy of court, which means ito yung pagkasunod-sunod ng justice or yung mga korte. We have here the first, the highest court of the land, which is the Supreme Court, followed by the other courts, high courts, district courts, and summary courts. We have here also the number 3, emphasizes on procedural fairness. The system emphasizes procedural fairness with strict rules governing evidence, admissibility, and defendant. Ibig sabihin nito, yung mga evidence na sinasabi nila sa court is they are going to scan it first. They are going to investigate and process it clearly before they're going to pass to the high court or the designated court which the crime where belong. So let's proceed. We have here first the arrest and detention procedure. Of course, bago nila arrestahin ang tao, meron tayong mga pinagbabasehan which is arrest warrant first. Arrest must be based on the warrant issued by public prosecutor except in cases of inflagrante delicto. Ibig sabihin nito, yung pag nag-a-arrest ka dun sa isang tao, you need the arrest warrant which is issued by the court and passed by the police officer to implement within 10 days. We have here also the detention period, which means suspect can be detained up for 23 days without formal charge with extension possible under certain circumstances. So, ibig sabihin, yung accused is na-detain siya for only minimum or maximum 23 days. Hindi siya pwede na bababa doon, hindi din siya pwedeng tataas. We have here the number 3, indictment. After investigation, the prosecutor decides whether to indict the suspect or drop the charge. Okay, so in here in indictment, the investigation will decide whether the case is good or the case is pumasa siya dun sa classification of crime. Pero kung hindi niya, pwede niyang i-drop yung charge. Pwede yan. Kung, for example, kung ito ay just pwedeng maayos dun sa barangay, pwede nila yung i-drop. Pero if the crime is very serious, pwede na lang dalhin dun sa higher court. Which is, we have here first the district, the provincial, and we have here the regional, and up to the high court. So next, we have here the Japanese court system. So, kung dito, meron tayong mga court like Supreme Court, meron tayong District Court, meron tayong Regional Court. Here, the Japanese, meron silang Summary Court. First, this court handles minor offenses, which single judge deciding the cause without an injury. Ibig sabihin, ito yung mga minor cases or minor incident, which kabilang na dito yung dun sa traffic, yun sa mga pwede yung snatching, yun yung isa example ng minor injury or minor incident na pwedeng ma-detain dito sa summary court. We have the second, the district court. Okay, district court here, more serious cases in a panel of 3 judges presiding over the trial. So kung dito sa ating district court, isa lang yung judge natin. Dito sa district court nila sa Japan, they have 3 presiding judges over the trial. Ito naman, dinadala dito yung mga sumusunod dun sa minor cases. Yung hindi masyadong mabigat, like for example, dun sa mga robbery in simple manner dun sa mga ginagawa nila. Yung hindi kasali yung trafficking, yung mga pwede lang dito yung mga robbery. We have here the third, the high court. The high court review decision of the lower court. Okay, The High Court, ito yung mga nagre-review dun sa Summary Court and the District Court cases. Ibig sabihin, kung hindi kaya ng nakakababang korte, dinadala nila dito sa court, or di kaya pag lumaki yung case or yung mga crime na na-file or di kaya nagkakagulo, pwede nilang dinadala nila or tinataas nila dito sa High Court. We have here the last one, the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land, which is the Supreme Court in the Philippines also. Parehas lang siya dun sa Japan. Here, ito yung mga nakukuha din dito yung mga international cases, yung mga mabibigat na crime. For the fourth one, we have here the trial. Kung tapos na yung mga process, in the first process na kailangan, pag na-arrest na yung tao, pag dinala na din nila doon sa designated court, according to the crime that he or she committed, base magkakaroon siya ng trial. Itong sinasabi nating trial is dito yung mga pinapresent yung mga case ng defendants, case ng witness kung meron, or di kaya dun sa victim also. Dito nila ina-examine kasama ng judge ng mga tao dun sa korte kung yung case ba is really admissible for the evidences, or it is carried for the evidences na pwede siyang makulong or hindi, kung guilty siya or hindi. Papatunayan dito ng prosecutor kung ang case ba ay admissible dun sa, or di kaya tungma dun sa evidence na handle nila. Dito nasusukat ang weight ng evidence, either kung mapapatunayan na ang nasasakdal or di kaya the defendants will be guilty or not guilty. So, after all the process, we have here the last process, the sentencing. The judge will impose a sentence based on the severity of the crime and the defendant. Here is the last decision. The last decision must be the judge kung ito ay guilty or not guilty ang hatol dun sa defendant or dun sa accused. So, after those, we have here also the principle ng consideration. Okay, dito din sa atin sa Pilipinas, meron din tayong rehabilitation, which is focus on providing opportunities or offenders to reform or reintegrate into society. Ito yung ibig sabihin nun, binibigyan nila ng program para binibigyan nila ng opportunity para magbago yung tao. We have here under them is educational program, vocational training, counseling, and therapy. We have here also the family visit and support, kung saan binibigay nila ito para bigyan ng opportunity yung offender to reform, kung saan pwede siyang magbago. So, next, we have here also the Japan policing system. This refers to the Japan police. Law enforcement in Japan is provided by the prefectural police under the oversight of the National Police Agency, which is NPA. Kung dito sa atin NPA is New People's Army, no. In Japan, under the oversight of National Police Agency. Okay, we have here the National Police Agency is headed by the National Safety Commission. That Japan Police are an unpolitical body and free to direct central government executive control. So we have here also the National Police Public Safety Commission, a civilian commission which supervises the NPA with respect to aspect of police organization and administration, including trainings, equipment and recruitment, communication and criminal statistic. We have here the composition of the National Police Public Safety Commission. The chairman with the rank of Minister of the State. Okay, so ito yung pwedeng maging pangulo or the headed by the chairman with the rank of Minister of the State. We have here also the 5-member appointed by the Prime Minister with the concern of both houses of diet. Ito yung mga pwedeng mag-head dun sa National Police Public Safety Commission. So we have here also the National Police Agency. The central coordinating body of the police system, the NPA, determines general standard the police. Detailed direction of operation is left to the lower echelons. It is headed by a Commissioner General who is appointed by the NPSC or the National Police Safety Commission with approval of Prime Minister. Okay, we have here the under the NPA or the police agency funding for the local police needs. So ito yung mga fina-fund ng NPA. We have here the equipment, salaries, riot control, escort, natural disaster, handles matter of national security, which mean ini-ensure nila na yung mga employment din or yung mga member ng NPA will be have a good salaries, the control riot team, and the escort, medicinal escort, and of course the natural disaster. Kung may mga nangyayari like for example earthquake, they have to give assist to the public and also render help to those who need it. So we have here the 5 bureaus kung saan matatagpuan sila syempre dun sa Japan, and they are under the NPA. We have here the Police Administration Bureau. The Administration Bureau is concerned with the police personnel education, training, and units. Ito yung mga concern doon sa mga personnel education training. So mostly, nakukuha doon sa mga employment or doon sa mga member ng NPA. We have here also the criminal investigation. Ito naman yung mga hahandle dun sa mga research, statistic, and investigation of nationally and international cases. We have here the Traffic Bureau. Of course, their concerns about the traffic, regulation, and license, and even the safety of everybody in the road. We have here also the number 4 Security Bureau. It's formulate and supervise the execution of the security policies. So next, we have here the Regional Public Safety. The NPA has a 7 regional public bureau, each responsible for the number of prefectures, which is headed by a director, and they are organizing similar of the central office. Itong regional public safety, they are organizing similar to the central office, which is kung saan they're responsible for the number of prefectures, which is headed by a director. So we have here the regional bureaus located in the different places in Japan. We have here first the Tohoku, Amori, and the other. So let's just be minded of these regional bureaus of Japan. So we have here the next, the prefectural police headquarters, Metropolitan Police Department, and Hokkaido Prefectural Police Headquarters are excluded from the jurisdiction of RBPS. The Metropolitan Police Department ID, headed by the Superintendent General, and the Prefectural Police headed by quarters of the chief. Prefectural police, prefectural refers to the Japan subnational jurisdiction. So we have here the local city, police station, and local post. We have here the Koban. This Koban is very popular or very familiar din sa mga netizen na Japan, because the Koban is the police post located in urban, which mean ibig sabihin dito yung mga maraming tao or cities, in large cities. A Koban can be found in very few blocks. It functions as community safety center. Ito yung mga first responder, kadalasan kung may mga aksidente or incident na nangyayari. We have here the duties of command officers, administrative service, initial response to accident or incident, prevention of crime and accident. We have here the Chusai-sho. Is the rural equivalent of the urban Koban rural police officers are known as Chusai-shan. Ito yung parang similar, parang kabaliktaran dun sa Koban kanina. Kung ang Koban ay nasa urban, ang Chusai-sho is nasa rural, kung saan sila din yung mga naging first respondent dun sa mga tao. Diba? Kadalasan din is maliit lang yung number ng member ng isang barangay, hindi masyadong magkalapit, kaya ito yung purpose ng Sushaisho, kung saan meron din mga responder doon kung sakali may insidente or may incident. So we have here the Imperial Guards. Knowing that Japan is also an fan or yung nag-leader nila is yung mga royal family. Ibig sabihin yung mga king, queen, prince, ganun. Okay, we have here kaya merong Imperial Guards, which it provides personal security for the royal family in Japan and their properties. We have here Kidota, the special riot police. They respond quickly and effectively to large public disturbance, such as riot. They are used in crowds controlling during festivals, period of natural disasters, and others. Okay, so ito yung mga nagbibigay ng relief goods. So, ginagawa nila yon. But basically, yung Kidota is special riot police nga, kung saan sila yung nagko-control. Sila yung mga, kung may kaguluhan dito sa Japan, sila yung nagko-control. Kadalasan is dun sa mga public areas, like for example dun sa riot or dun sa mga rally. We have here also the next special assault team SAT. This is also one of the very important team in Japan police system. It is the official paramilitary anti-terrorist unit under the National Police Agency. Ito sila yung mga nag-investigate, sila yung mga nag-undercover regarding the anti-terrorist unit. So we have here the next. We have here the recruitment and training. Administered by each prefectures, examinees are divided into group upper, secondary school graduates, and university graduates. Recruits underwent reforius trainings 1 year for upper secondary school graduates and 6 months for universities graduates at the prefectural headquarters. On completion of basic training, most police officers are assigned to local. Education is highly stressed in police recruitment and promotion. Entrance to the force is determined by examination. Okay, so ito pala nakabase dun sa entrance examination. Even if you pass the other requirements but you did not pass the examination, you will fail pa rin. Unlike dito sa Pilipinas na we have 10 requirements to apply to be an officer or PNP officer in the Philippines. Like kung kasama dito yung height, kasama yung weight, yung mga degrees, but they have here dito sa Japan, we have here the how to become a police officer in Japan. To become a police officer in Japan, you must pass an entrance examination, a training period, and on a job training period. We have here the second. The entrance examination is generally open to anyone who meets the minimum age and educational requirements. Okay, so kung dito sa atin may weight requirements or weight minimum na kailangan na sundin. Dito sa kanila, similar sa atin na meron din silang minimum age and educational requirements. The third one was to be eligible for the entrance examination. You must be at least a high school graduate and must pass a national exam. Ito yung wala sa atin na dito kasi we must pass a degree before you enter to the PNP. Sa kanila, pwede yung high school graduate but must pass a national exam. We have here the fourth one. Once these requirements are met, you must undergo a year of training which consists of classroom, field, and physical training to prepare you for work as an officer. Okay, so after those first one requirements, you must undergo a year training. Kagaya din dito sa atin. So we have here the retirement. Police officer of Japan are considered government employees. They are mandatorily retired at the age of 60. So parehas lang din dito sa atin na our officers or our PNP personnels must retire at the age of 60 or even the government employees. So we have here the rank. Itong isa is ito yung rank nung 2013. Tapos itong isa yung the blue one is ito yung 2014. We have here the policeman up to the police sergeant, assistant police inspector, superintendent, senior superintendent, chief superintendent, supervisor, superintendent general. So next, we have here some of the different uniform of the Japanese PNP or the police officer. You have here the riot uniform, the patrol uniform, the investigation uniform, the duty uniform, and the others. So next, here are some reasons of having low crime rates as characteristic of the country. So ang Japan ay na-considered as having a low crime rate. And these are the some reason. A patriarchal family system. Okay. A patriarchal family system, ito yung may sila, yung may mga rules and regulations sila sa pagkakaroon ng family. The importance of the higher education. Ang pag-graduate sa kanila or yung education is very important. The way business serve as surrogate families. Ito din, yung they are very business-minded, shame-based ng guilt. Ito din yung isa sa reason kung bakit they rather accept the wrongdoing kaysa yung itataas pa nila or di kaya i-court nila, papalakihin pa nila. Unlike dito na meron kasi tayong restorative system which is refers to the indigenous or dun sa mga nakasanayan natin. We have here also the inclination towards harmony and self-high control. They have this harmony, yung pagkakaisa, peaceful, and they have high self-control din. Community policing fostering strong relationship between police and resident. Ito yung maraming nagtitiwala sa kanilang kapulisan, which is very good dahil they feel safe and the police also perform their duties as good as they can, unlike dito sa Pilipinas. Although yes, there ay maganda din naman, but here in Japan, they're fostering a strong relationship between police and resident. So that's all. This